If you are weak in your studies and aspire to excel like a top student and want to achieve higher grades similar to those of top performers, then you have clicked on the right video. After watching this video, you will learn about 5 techniques that top students apply, enabling them to cover more syllabus in less time without forgetting. In this video, we will listen to the story of a student who studied very hard but could never memorize well. However, one day he learned 5 techniques from his mentor, and by applying them, he transformed from an average student to a top performer. So, let's begin with your warm expectations. There was a boy in a village who excelled in all aspects of his life as needed at his age, but he struggled in one area, which was his studies. No matter how hard he tried, he could never grasp the concepts or remember the facts. His classmates often laughed at his mistakes, which made him even more disheartened. One day, while walking in the nearby forest, the boy stumbled upon a quaint temple. Curiously, he went inside and found himself observing monks in deep meditation. The serenity of the place and the monks' calm demeanor made the boy feel at ease. Gathering up the courage, the boy approached the Zen master and said, "Master, I am very weak in my studies. I forget what I learn, and I find it hard to concentrate. Can you help me?" The Zen master opened his eyes, gave the boy a gentle smile, and said, "Certainly. But first you must learn to understand the essence of studying and the mind. Therefore, I will give you some valuable tips by which you can concentrate your mind and improve in studies." Then the Zen master started explaining. The first tip is to clear your mind. The Zen master gave the boy a small jar filled with muddy water and asked, "What do you see?" The boy looked at the jar and replied, "It is muddy water. Now place the jar here and let's wait," said the monk. After an hour, the dirt had settled to the bottom and the water became clear. Then the Zen master said, pointing to the jar, "This is your mind when it is agitated with thoughts of play, fear, or distractions. You cannot see clearly, but when you calm your mind, clarity emerges. Therefore, before studying, take a few moments to meditate, focusing on your breathing and clearing your mind of distractions. By doing this, whatever you read, you will understand it better." The second tip is to focus on the present. The master then pointed to a burning candle and asked the boy to watch the flame without letting his mind wander here and there. Initially, the boy's mind drifted to his classmates, his failures, and other things. But after some time with practice, he could focus solely on the flame. Then the Zen master said, "You see, the past is gone and the future is yet to come. Therefore, when you study, be in the present. If your mind drifts to past mistakes or future worries, gently bring it back and focus on your study. Therefore, whenever you study, give it your undivided attention and be in the present moment." The third tip is to absorb the knowledge, don't memorize. Then the Zen master gave the boy a sponge and a stone. He poured water over both. The sponge absorbed the water, while the water just slid off the stone. Then the master said, "Many students try to memorize facts like the stone, letting them slide away after a while. Instead, be like the sponge. Absorb the knowledge, understand it, make it a part of you. Don't just memorize, understand the concepts, visualize them, and relate them to real-life scenarios. Thus, you will never forget what you have learned and will remember it forever." The fourth tip is to break tasks into steps. Then the Zen master presented the boy with a large block of wood and asked him to split it into pieces. The boy tried hard but failed. The master then showed him how to chisel it little by little, eventually breaking it apart. Then he said, "When faced with a big task, break it into smaller tasks. Study in chunks, grasp a bit at a time, and eventually you will understand the whole. Therefore, divide your study material into sections, focus on one section at a time, take small breaks, and then move to the next. This way, You will not get bored and can study for long hours. The fifth tip is to be persistent. Then the Zen master planted 2 seeds in separate pots. He watered one regularly while the other was neglected. In a few days, the first one sprouted and grew into a beautiful plant, while the other remained dormant. Then the Zen master said to the boy, "Just like the plant, your efforts will bear fruit if you are persistent and consistent. Therefore, study regularly, even if it is just a little every day. Consistency is the key. If you maintain consistency and keep studying, even for a little time every day, then one day you will definitely turn into a brilliant student." The boy kept coming to the Zen master continuously for a few days to learn and practice these principles. When he returned to school, he applied the lessons in his studies. It was not an overnight change, but with time the boy saw significant improvement. He became more attentive, understood topics better, and remembered what he learned. His grades improved, and more importantly, he began to enjoy learning. Years later, when the boy grew up and became a very successful man, he often used to remember the invaluable lessons he learned from the Zen master, emphasizing that it was not just about studying better, but also about living better. He understood that in the journey of life, it is not just about the destination, but the path you take and the lessons you learn along the way. So, this was the story of a student in which we learn these 4 strategies. 1. Clear your mind. 2. Focus on the present. 3. Absorb knowledge. 4. Break tasks into steps. 5. Be persistent. By applying these, you can also be a brilliant student like him. So, this is the God's Goals great story. Thank you so much for watching and stay blessed.